Kinsey and Kevin trash Meghan's dreary Netflix flop full of hypocrisy and dull hacks. Meghan Markle's With Love just got trashed as utter bullshit by Kinsey Schofield and Kevin O'Sullivan. This Netflix flop's a dreary joke. It's unoriginal tripe, dripping with hypocrisy, and so detached it's absurd. Is she seriously peddling stale hacks as genius? Why is she in a kitchen after all that feminist noise? We're ripping it apart on Royal Riff-Raff. From her Sussex fetish to this business bust, it's a cringe fest you won't believe. Who's still buying this garbage? Stick with me. Let's watch this farce implode. Meghan Markle's With Love on Netflix is a steaming heap of uninspired nonsense, and Kinsey Schofield and Kevin O'Sullivan have ripped it to shreds. I'm here cackling at the sheer banality of it all. This dreary slog so outdated it feels like a relic from 2012. Kinsey's bang on. You can find better hacks on TikTok in 10 seconds flat. She's slapping raspberries on yogurt and calling it a parfait like it's some bloody revelation. Ex-fans today, March 5, 2022. What a laugh, originality's dead in this beige wasteland. Let's dig into this farce. She's trotting out plastic bags for frosting and acting like she's invented fire when my gran's been doing it since the 80s. X is savage. Pinterest called it wants its ideas back. And I'm nodding furiously. Her one-pot pasta is a crime against Italy, cooked in a skillet with raw tomatoes like a clueless toddler. She's nicked Pamela Anderson's vibe, baskets, hats, flowers. But Pamela's got charm, Meghan's got zilch. Does she think we're impressed? No chance. This is a yawn fest dressed up as genius, and it's fooling nobody. Here's the kicker: Kevin's right, it's sensationally boring, a snooze so dull I'd rather watch paint dry, and that's no exaggeration. She's peddling shop-bought pretzels rebagged with twine as a hack. X roars my kid's school project had more flair. And I'm snorting. She's churning out candles and bath salts like it's groundbreaking when it's just Pinterest puke from a decade ago. 45 minutes of this tripe per episode. Who's got time for that? Not me. My dog's naps are more thrilling than this outdated drivel. I'm still gobsmacked at the gall. She's flogging this as if the royals held her back from brilliance when all she's got is a stale bag of tricks. Ex-fans are merciless. Nothing new, just Meghan's ego on loop. And I'm loving it. Her Victoria sponge is a supermarket sham. Her beekeeping's a farce, and her elevated fruit platters are kids' play. Netflix fell for this. They've been conned by a woman who thinks she's Martha Stewart but delivers a soggy mess. I'm toasting this flop. What? Meghan Markle's With Love is a hypocritical mess, and Kinsey Schofield and Kevin O'Sullivan are tearing it apart. I'm here grinning like a Cheshire cat at the delicious irony. She spent years crowing about that Procter & Gamble letter. 11-year-old Meghan, feminist warrior, raging against women in the kitchen. And now she's parked in one for 8 bloody episodes. Ex-fans today, March 5, 2025, are savage. She's flipped faster than a pancake under #Meghan lie. Here's the juicy bit. She's built her brand on rejecting domestic shackles. Yet this show's all kitchen all the time. Kevin's nailed it. She's a walking contradiction, bleating about empowerment while stirring pots like a Stepford wife. X is buzzing, fought sexism to sell jam. And I'm cackling. Her dad even said he faked that soap reply, not Procter & Gamble, so her origin story's a sham too. She's barefoot meeting Catherine, anti-royal rebel. But now she's Sussex, Does she think we're daft? This flip-flop's so blatant it's a comedy goldmine. Dig deeper, it's not just funny, it's pathetic. She's slammed women being tied to ovens. X recalls her "I'm no housewife" rants, yet here she is slicing fruit and peddling bath salts like it's her destiny. Kinsey's spot on. Her past statements are a noose around this show's neck. She's copied Pamela Anderson's vegan glow but swapped it for beige drivel. Where's the fire she promised? I'm sniggering. She's a fraud who bends truth to fit her mood, and this kitchen caper proves it. I can't get over this. she's a chameleon with no spine and I'm loving the exposure. Ex-fans roar, she's all talk, no substance. And I'm toasting the collapse, she's ditched her feminist cred for a whisk and a fake smile. Years of preaching freedom, only to churn out a show that chains her to the stove. It's a slap to every cause she's claimed. On Royal Riff-Raff, we're calling it, her contradictions are louder than her vocal fry. What a bloody hypocrite, her mask's off and it's a riot. Picture this, Kinsey Schofield and Kevin O'Sullivan are holding court, shredding Meghan Markle's with love into confetti, and I'm practically dancing at how out of touch this Netflix flop proves her to be. She's cooing about beeswax from your local beekeeper. Kevin's cackle echoes in my head, more like gang leaders in London. And I'm snorting so hard my tea's gone cold. Ex-fans today, March 5, 2025, are ruthless. She's in a Montecito bubble under #Met. Who's she talking to? Millionaires with private hives. Cut to the absurdity. She's tossing around imported flowers and rainbow fruit platters like we've all got a spare grand to burn. I'm rolling my eyes. X roars eggs at $5.75, strawberries at $15.65. Who can afford this? And I'm with them, picturing her swanning through a rented garden, oblivious to real folks scraping by. She's barefoot for Catherine but dripping in jewels for this. It's a slap of privilege. Kinsey's nailed. Does she even know we exist? Not a chance. Her reality's a gilded cage. And then there's the gall. She's preaching simple joys while her hacks scream high-maintenance lunacy, chucking pedals on everything. X quips my kids chuck that in the bin, and I'm howling. She's so detached she thinks we've got time for this twaddle. 7 fruits for a snack. In this economy, Kevin's right, she's lost the plot, prancing in a world where beekeepers roam free and poverty's a myth. It's not relatable. It's a smug, rich girl fantasy that'd make Marie Antoinette blush. Here's the final twist. I'm gobsmacked at how blind she is, and Royal Riff-Raff is loving this unraveling. Ex-fans jeer. She's hawking $25 flour sprinkles to the broke. And I'm toasting the chaos. She's flogging a lifestyle we can't touch, all while playing the everywoman. Homeless shelters, struggling families. Nah, she's too busy with her bees and baubles. This bubble's so thick it's bulletproof and I'm cackling. Her privilege is the real star of this dreary show. What a deluded diva. Reality's knocking, but she's not home. Roll up, roll up. Kinsey Schofield and Kevin O'Sullivan are flaying Meghan Markle alive over her with Love Sussex saga, and I'm here rubbing my hands at this image-obsessed clownery. She's snapping at Mindy Kaling. It's Meghan Sussex, not Markle. Like she's some grand dame when she's barely sniffed the county of Sussex for 6 measly hours, per The Sun. Ex-fans today, March 5, 2025, are merciless. She's clutching that title like a lifeline under #Meghan. What a pompous prat. She's hooked on the royal glitter she claims to hate. Flash to the madness. She's rewriting her name to dodge her past, and I'm howling at the sheer desperation. Her real surname's Mountbatten-Windsor. X roars Sussex ain't yours, love. But she's clinging to it like a toddler with a teddy, despite trashing the royals who gave it. She's got the gall to call Catherine Kate Middleton, cheeky hypocrite, yet demands we bow to her rebrand. Does she think we're fooled? No dice. Kinsey's right. It's a pathetic play to stay relevant, and it's backfiring spectacularly. Here's where it gets rich. She's spent years spitting on the monarchy, yet this Sussex stunt reeks of royal desperation. Ex-fans jeer. She's merching a title she didn't earn. And I'm nodding. She's using it in the credits, defying the late Queen's ban on cashing in. 6 hours in Sussex and she's its poster girl. I'm sniggering. Kevin's spot on. It's a narcissist's tantrum, a frantic grab to keep that dukedom glow. She's no feminist trailblazer. She's a title junkie who'd rather pran. I'm still reeling from this farce. On Royal Riff-Raff, we're watching her ego spin out of control. X buzzes. Mountbatten-Windsor's her name, not Sussex. And I'm cackling. She's a grifter dressing up as royalty, correcting Mindy like it's a power move when it's just sad. She's banned from the firm, yet begs for its crumbs. Pathetic. This obsession's her undoing, a neon sign screaming I'm nothing without the crown. Who's buying this charade? Not a soul. Her image is a house of cards and it's toppling fast. Step right up to the grand finale. Kinsey Schofield and Kevin O'Sullivan are torching Meghan Markle's with love as a colossal failure, and I'm practically giddy watching this Netflix turkey crash and burn. It's a snooze fest so vanilla it could cure insomnia. Kevin's sensationally boring tag is gold, and it's tanked as a business ploy too. Ex-fans today, March 5, 2025, are brutal. A commercial flop dressed as a show under #Meghan flop, and I'm cheering. She's haw. What a disaster. This is entertainment's graveyard. Zoom in on the wreckage. It's a bore that'd make a sloth yawn and I'm sniggering at the rubble. X roars, 80 people for this dreck. And I'm stunned, 8 episodes of Meghan preening, no spark, no soul, just a contractual obligation to Netflix. Kinsey's nailed it. Nothing's for sale, no jam, no sprinkles, just a waitlist for suckers. She topped Joe Rogan on Spotify once, briefly, then crashed, and this is her encore. Does she think we're queuing up for this? Dream on. It's a business bust that's DOA. Here's the sting. It's not just dull, it's a strategic bellaflop that's left her brand in tatters. Ex-fans jeer. Netflix got conned. And I'm nodding. She's had 5 years to cook this up and all we get is a half-baked mess. No products, no buzz, just a placeholder site. Kinsey's right, it's a fleeting fad if it even launches. I'm cackling. Spotify laughed her out, now Netflix is next. She's a one-hit wonder with no hits left. This ain't no empire. It's a vanity project. I'm basking in this flop's glow. On Royal Riff-Raff, we're calling it a double whammy of doom. X buzzes, she's finished, Netflix knows it. And I'm toasting the chaos. She's poured millions into a dud that's dead on arrival. No entertainment, no sales. Just Meghan mugging for the camera like it's enough. It's not. Her as ever dreams a ghost town and I'm loving the implosion. Who's still rooting for this wreck? Nobody. Her curtain's fallen and it's a riot to watch. Well, my lovelies, Kinsey Schofield and Kevin O'Sullivan have gutted Meghan Markle's with love like a pair of gleeful butchers, and I've been cackling through the glorious carnage. This Netflix flop's a dreary pile of nothing. It's unoriginal slop, stale hacks from a decade past, and hypocritical as hell, with Meghan prancing in a kitchen she once swore to shun. She's so detached she thinks we've all got beekeepers on speed dial, and her Sussex obsession's a desperate ego grab that's fooled. What a spectacular failure. This crown's shattered beyond repair. Does she hear the laughter yet? Not a chance. She's too busy posing. On Royal Riff-Raff, we've watched her unravel, from outdated tripe to a privilege bubble so thick it's comical. This show's a masterclass in missing the mark. X jeers, Netflix's biggest joke. And I'm toasting the downfall. 5 years for a snooze fest that's tanked her as ever dreams into oblivion. Smash that like if you're loving this implosion and let's brew more tea for the next royal wreck. Cheerio. What a deliciously dismal farce.